Good evening, you are watching Lugane News. I'm Olga. Let's see what have we got for you. Driver with dirty license plates and without driver's license causes big trouble in Venezuela. Lugane government has announced the building of a library. This summer is treating us with hot weather, but Lugane's autobus parks lacks air conditioning in their buses. Various artists will gather around to hold a concert in Lugane Beach. About that in the end of the news. Yesterday in Venezuela, a driver without driver's license and barely visible license plates caused a big car crash. One person was seriously injured. The driver has been arrested and charged for such reckless driving. Our colleague Evie will tell more.
A car crash near Venezuela bus stop occurred yesterday at around 15:10. The person was seriously injured and quickly transported to the hospital. Witnesses say that the person got off the bus and tried to cross the street. Then a speeding car came out of pensionates and hit the person. The suspect fled the site without even stopping. However, it slowed down, but then quickly sped away. The witnesses weren't able to see who was driving the car. However, the car that they saw looked like a blue Lada 2101. The license plates were also dirty, which made them barely visible. The car and the suspect were later found in a yard of one of the houses in Biberi. He was arrested and charged with reckless and offensive driving. It turns out that they used his grandfather's car and drove without a license. So what happened?
I was running towards the bus. I had a letter to send, so I needed a bus towards pensionates. When I saw the bus departing, I stopped, cause I wasn't going to catch it anyway. Then I saw a person crossing a street and a car speeding towards him. The car didn't stop and just hit the person.
Did the driver try to stop?
I was running towards the bus. I had a letter to send, so I needed a bus towards pensionates. When I saw the bus departing, I stopped, cause I wasn't going to catch it anyway. Then I saw a person crossing a street and a car speeding towards him. The car didn't stop and just hit the person.
I saw nothing. I was making myself a soup when I heard a loud bang and a car speeding away. I came down the stairs and saw a person laying on the street.
Today ticket machines broke down all around Lugane. The reason for this was a technical issue. As for now, the issue has been resolved.
The ticket machines broke down today in Lugane. The drivers had to sell tickets to the passengers until the ticket machines got fixed. The reason for this is still unsolved. Here are some thoughts from a passenger.
I think they should fix the machines as fast as possible because there is a lot of people who are using the public transport every day and it's easy for them to use the machines, and now for the drivers is kinda hard because they have to drive and at the same time to give the passengers tickets, and that makes them delay.
We apologize for the inconvenience. At that time, a technical error occurred in our server, so the ticket machine stopped working. The technical failure was fixed within a few hours and everything worked as before.
Lugane government accepted the building of a library in the city. People have double-sided thoughts about the building of library.
Lugane government today announced making of a library in the center of Lugane. This decision has been made due to many reasons. One of the most common one is the absence of libraries in Lugane overall. This building is estimated to cost around €5 million and half of it will be sponsored by European Union.
That's very nice. Finally I will be able to read books without buying them.
In my opinion, that is waste of money. We have a big library in a near city that is only 20 minutes away.
This summer has been the hottest one since the last century, but the Luganes autobus park still lacks air conditioning in their buses.
Lugane's autobus parks has recently experienced an annual growth of passengers for the summer season. However, there is one problem that sometimes makes them avoid the bus service: the lack of air conditioning. Some buses have them, but they do not work. During a hot summer day, it can be up to 40 degrees in a bus. Sometimes passengers give up wearing face masks as there's not enough air. We contacted LAP and got a short answer: aren't the heaters enough for you? It seems that the LAP isn't planning to install or fix air conditioners in any of its buses for now. But the drivers are also suffering from that. Sometimes they also don't wear masks as there's no air. Some have even installed small fans in their cabs. Now let's see what do people think.
They lack air conditioning. I used to bring a newspaper or a magazine to read inside a bus. Now I use it as ventilation.
The buses are frequent, but it's hard without air conditioning. They could leave the idea of installing free Wi-Fi and USB chargers into a bus. We are in the EU, yet we still don't have air conditioning here.
Last year we got off a bus into a train to head home. It was an old train, and when we got in it was actually colder inside the train than the bus.
Where's the air conditioning? It's impossible to survive here without taking off your mask and bringing a bottle of water. Yesterday we saw a lady pass out due to the temperature being plus 40 inside the bus.
Back to crime news, another bus stop has been vandalized. This time it was the bus stop at Ritupe Cemetery.
Vandalists broke up a bus stop Ritupe Capi. The reason for this vandalism is still unrevealed. Here is what the police has said.
We're still trying to say who are these vandalists. We're doing our best to find them and put them in the prison.
A village near Lugane is protesting against the building of the second windmill. Why are they protesting? Find out in the next news report.
Village protest happened near the city of Lugane to build new windmills. People are protesting to stop building new windmills. Today civilians from the small village protested near the windmills to prevent building them. Here are some thoughts from the protesters. How do you rate the new idea for building these windmills?
I hate that idea.
Why?
They are loud and huge. We don't want them in our village.
What place do you prefer then?
I prefer to place them away from our village on a fields.
Where do they want to place it then?
In back of our homes.
What do you think about the idea for building windmills?
We actually think this is a bad idea, because first of all it will cost us a lot, and second of all because it's going to affect where other people fish. They're not going to be able to fish where they fish now.
Here's what Lugane had to say.
Those windmills are a good idea for us to build, because in this way we will save electricity and we'll make it by mechanical way. But from other side the civilians don't think like this idea, because the wind turbines are a potential threat to wildlife such as birds and bats, and will affect the places where people like to fish. And for that we are gonna have conference about this with the mayor of the village too.
After many months, multiple artists gather around Lugane Beach to hold a concert. The concert will be for free, but donations are much appreciated. Our colleague George went to Lugane Beach.
After many months, Lugane's party of local artists makes a concert at Lugane's beach. There are going to be lots of various singers from the Lugane and countryside. The concert will be held at 7th August at 19 o'clock. What is the entry fee?
It will be free, but we kindly appreciate any donation.
Are there any stalls with food and drinks?
Yes, there are. Interested citizens can use bus line 14 to Stop Beach. Line 14 operates every 10 minutes.
Yes, we love culture at all, and our favorite singers will be there.
Are you going to the concert?
I heard about it, and I am so much excited.
What are your feelings about the concert?
I hate it because I live near the beach and I can't sleep every time there is a concert.
With Riga, Liepaja, Daugavpils and Ventspils, Lugane is included in the top 5 of wealthiest cities of Latvia as well.
After many calculations and statistics checks, National Statistics Center has declared top 5 most wealthiest cities in Latvia. Lugane is 5th in the top 5 list. In the top there is Riga, then Liepaja, Ventspils, Daugavpils. We spoke to Nikolai Akropovich.
We are more than happy to make this list become public, as this would highly make the cities more recognizable in the world, and it would maybe benefit to the cities economically.
It has now become much colder than the last month. The temperatures in the day are around plus 20 to plus 23 degrees, in the nights around plus 15 degrees. Water temperatures at the lakes and rivers are around plus 18 degrees, but in the sea around plus 16, plus 17. It will rain in the weekend starting with the Friday's night. The temperature could drop down to plus 20 degrees in the day and plus 13 in the night. August has been predicted to be much colder than the previous summer months, although it is predicted that some heat waves may return in the middle of August. And now the weather forecast for the upcoming day. Thank you for watching Lugane News. We will be back next time. Goodbye.